What is going on, governors? Chisgule here, and today, we're going to test expertise Heraclius and do a little hunt for history, refine some gear, leadership gear. Let's go. Now look, hey look, ton of people sent me messages. They're like, bro, why no Heraclius field testing, bro? So I hope that all those folks are in the live stream. So tell a friend. To all the folks who left those sorts of comments, I got like so many of them. Where are you? You're not here yet. I don't see you in the chat. Hello? Come on in. Water's fine. This thing that you requested, it's here. Hey, Justin, thank you for the 10 gifted. Let's go. Yeah, so if you scroll through the comments on all my Heraclius videos, they're like, nobody cares about rallying, Chisgule. Nobody cares about garrisoning. All I care about is this commander that I already said I don't think he's going to be good in the field. But everybody wants to see it, and maybe I'll be wrong. So, let's see what happens, all right? We're going to do some field testing. Big shout out, Justin. Thank you for the 10 gifted, dude. Look at that. If you got gifted, drop some hype in the chat. Giovanni, Grim Reaper, You Watch, Shay, Sherwin, Ray, Steven, Ronan, Shilly, Jesse. Drop that hype in the chat. Let's go. Justin, thank you for the 10 gifted, dude. Very generous. Let's jump in game, shall we? We got stuff to do. So what do we have to do today? Fire Benji Boy, what's up, dude? Am I pushing Zenith next week? What's the Zenith skin? Do we know? Dauntless, what's good? How's it going, Bad Dream? Grant, good luck in your KVK Season 1. I don't think Heraclius is going to be an amazing field commander. And I've said this many times, but here's what he's missing. He's missing March speed, he's missing debuffs, he's missing big buffs. He does have area of effect damage, but it's not purely area of effect damage. It's area of effect damage and shielding. So it's going to get interesting. Zero says, please test. Sargon, Hera, that was on our plan already. Skippy Hera, that was on our plan. Hukal Hera was not on our plan because I don't think it's relevant. Tariq ibn Ziyad Hera was not on our plan because I don't particularly think it's relevant. Boudica Hera is on plan. Nevsky Hera is on plan. I suppose we could test Joan. See, here's the thing about the cavalry pairs. We already have the 4 best cavalry, chat. We already know who they are. There's no debating it. It's not even like a question mark. It's an exclamation point. Okay, chat? This is not an up for debate topic. It's like it's a commonly understood topic. And I don't mean this rudely. But if you want to, like, it's rare that so many people are like, yep, we can agree that this is the meta. But for cavalry, there's no debating. Like, literally zero debating that it's Nevsky with Joan and XY with William. It's like not even a topic of conversation that there should be some other cavalry. Archers, you can debate. Infantry, you can debate. But we will test Nevsky Hera, and I think it's fine to test Joan Hera as well. But like, it's just not even like a topic, if that makes any sense. Nichols, woo! Thanks for funding the shoes for my little one. 2634 in the house. Yo, thank you for the super chat, dude. I don't know why I'm, pardon me, so spunky this morning. I got a lot of fire. I don't know why. I'm full of fire this morning. Barba Rosa. When do you think the museum buff will land? Probably not right with the patch. Oh, something's wrong with my throat. Hold on. Gotta hydrate. Oh, this is not good. So my wife is a little bit sick. She's a little bit sick because my kid was a little bit sick. And now I'm like, oh, my throat. Great. Have some coffee. Maybe that's what I need. All right, let's stay hydrated. Heraclius goaded infantry open field? Unlikely. So I would say there's like a 75% chance that they don't drop the new commanders in the museum with the patch. 25% chance that they do. But to do this testing, what commander pairing should I use, chat? If I want to be rude, I would use Nevsky Joan. If I want to be rude, I use Nevsky Joan. By the way, what are we doing? So Chadsky's going to bring his expertise to Heraclius, and he's going to run a bunch of different combos, and we're going to try it against... what? Boudica Esong? Be rude, please, Zero says. Artemisia Hera? Oh my god. Are we taking the next pop? I think we have to, actually, in 1254. I feel like it's rude if I use Nevsky Joan, because like that wins all the duels. Can you beat Nevsky Joan? No, probably not. You want me to bring my Boudica, maybe? While y'all decide what I should use as the benchmark, basically this is the pairing that Chadsky will smash into every time. I'm gonna flip over real quick to my farm and make the practice match. Trajan Hera? I mean... it's not really a duel march is the thing. Like that, you can't really test that in a duel per se. I mean, I guess you could, and if it does okay, then like, wow, it'll be really good in the field, right? But it is definitely a pain in the butt that I've asked Chadsky to take off all his armaments. No equipment, no armaments for this testing. I know some number of people ultra moan when they hear that, but ultra complain is probably a less sketchy way of saying that. People get really complainy when they hear a test has no equipment, but the thing is, like, we gotta test a lot of stuff, so in order to do that, we gotta actually run a lot of tests, so... Which kingdom is Justin from? 1254, baby. 1254, baby. Let's go. Where did he come from? I don't know. Justin would have to answer that. Which kingdom he was in before. Alex Hera? I don't think Alex Hera is a thing. Justin says 854. There you go, chat. I don't think Alex Hera is a thing. Remember, chat, common sense guidelines for pairing, okay? Common sense guideline number 1. If a commander doesn't generate lots of rage, but wants lots of rage, then you need to pair with a commander that generates rage. So, for example, Hera is going to want a lot of rage. You really want those active skills to fire off fast. I would be more willing to believe that XY Hera is good than I would Alex Hera, right? Because you've got a pairing there that actually kind of makes sense. I should get a voice so that Chadsky can hear me and we can jam. All right, I popped into recording voice. All right. So yeah, that Alex Hera pairing, you got like two commanders that kind of enjoy rage, and neither provides it. The other thing to think about is the fact that Hera is boosting skill damage, and Alex only has skill damage on one skill. These days, you can get a commander with skill damage on at least two skills, right? Con Hera as a rage generator. I mean, maybe post-museum buff. YSG Hera, that sounds terrible. Neither has march speed, so that's why that's terrible. You hope we do 5v5 tests? Not today. Here's the thing. If we want to understand what Hera brings, we have to understand the unit economics. And so we need to look at Hera individually before we start to mess around with putting her in him in a group. So while I do think it would be interesting to see Hera in a group fight, I want to understand the unit performance before I understand the group performance. How much does Echelon influence Hera in the field? Literally 0. I don't think Hera does any percentage-based buffs on active skills that would benefit from Echelon. Okay. Org of Osiris, practice match. Should I invest in Mina? If you are in KVK season, like, 1 time frame, or even KVK season 2 time frame, expertising Mina is a very good long-term investment. Once you get to Season of Conquest, it's a weird investment to make at that point. Like, you either do it super early or you don't bother. Yes, that's what I want. Chisgule on one side, War Daddy Chadsky on the other. I think we're good. I think that's what I wanted. It's not Mina, it's Moneymoto. Moneymoto, baby. Let's go to my man. I have Alex expertise. Currently using Alex, Skippy, and Guan Ethel. Guan Ethel is something you want to move away from. I feel like you'd be better off with Guan Alex and then Skippy Ethel, if that's what you're really gonna do. Is that right? It's a little weird. Even that's a little weird, because the Skippy debuff and the Ethel debuff aren't gonna stack. At least not nicely. I'm doing alright, Icon. Okay. So what is the test march gonna be, chat? Let's make a poll. Which pairing is the benchmark? And I'll put in parentheses the one all the different Hera combos will battle against. Okay. And so the options are Guan, Skippy, Boudica, Esong, and Nevsky Joan. Leo, what's up, dude? Oh, y'all chose violence this morning. What the heck? 57% Nevsky Joan. Y'all literally woke up and chose violence. Oh my god. So y'all want to see one of the most hard-hitting field combos as the benchmark. So what you're trying to tell me is you want to see all these Hera combos get dumpstered. And if it doesn't get dumpstered, then it's actually really good. That's what you're saying? That's fine. I'm okay with it if that's what you want. Are you sure that's what you want, though, chat? This is what you want? It's more realistic? I mean, hey, if you want to see Hera get dunked, I mean, that's fine. Guan, I would agree, has too much randomness. Alright, that's what chat wants. I mean, 53%. Want to see Nevsky. Alright. We'll do Nevsky. Gear comes off. Where to put my Nevsky armaments while we wait? I know, chat. Here's something Khan can do. Look at this. Khan is actually adding value. Wow. Wow. Oh, he... Dude, I don't want to change his formation. Let's pick some other commander that's kind of worthless. Who else is worthless? Edward of worthless stock. That's the one. Alright, we give him wedgie formation. Alright, and let's just take all these armaments off my Alexander Nevsky. Am I using an epic here? Sheesh. Well, wow, it's all the way down here. Oh, 1.5% all damage is really good, chat. I am surprised I don't have a better one. Do I really not? I mean, I'm also using an epic over here. Yeah, I mean, I see why. Gosh, bless. I gotta scroll so much to just find this thing. Nichols. Thank you for the super. Please test Flavius Hera. I need to know if I threw away my 690 sculpts. Do you mean for Garrison? We're not doing Garrison testing. I think it's a good Garrison. No worries there, dude. I think you're good. If you want to see those test results, I did include that in my last video. If you're talking about fielding... So you're not talking about fielding, are you? Leo, I voted yes, but no. Okay. All right. Nevsky Joan. We got it down to the birthday suit, baby. Well, plus a formation. Birthday suit plus formation. I run 6% all damage on my Nevsky Joan and it hits like a truck, says Philip. Yeah, that's the game plan. I mean, what do I get with all those boosts? Where's my Edward of worthless stock? I only have 1.5% all damage. Honestly, my best cav set is actually kind of weak. It's really disappointing. Why does it suck so much? I have like, I don't know, 16 or 17% of stats and 1.5% all damage. I guess it's okay. But like, compared to my infantry, what does my infantry have? I guess my infantry's not the best example either. How about we compare to my siege? If we compare to my siege... I mean, my siege armaments basically put to shame literally anything else I've ever seen. My siege armaments will shame anybody's collection of armaments. It's really gross. Alright, now I'm bitter. If I wasn't before, I am now. Oh, armaments. Let's go do some Hunt for History, chat. Yeah, I know. 30% of stats on my effing siege wedge formation. Gosh bless. Also, did they not add the siege equipment? I mean, not like I would have picked it anyways, but I am surprised we don't see siege equipment in here. All right, let's get digging. I should spend some gems on some hammers. I'll do that. You know what I don't want to do is I don't want to spend money on hammers, though. I know that seems a little weird because it's actually like pretty reasonable value. But I don't want to spend money on hammers because every dollar I spend should be on an armament in this game right now. Okay. Oh my gosh, corner strategy, please. Artemisia Hera. Chat wants to see everything. I mean, I guess we could test a lot of stuff. I don't know. Auto dig is not really any different than manual dig. I've done both ways, chat. I'm telling you, I've gone both ways. ... And it's pretty much the same thing. We want to test with a 5511. Well, today we're only testing expertise. We got to start somewhere. We're starting with expertise. Basically, chat has chosen an extreme situation, which is reasonable, actually. So we've got the absolute best that Heraclius can be versus the absolute best that your opponent can be. That's a Nevsky Joan. What I need here is the infantry helmet. What I need is the infantry helmet. We go leadership on this bad boy. And if I show you what I have... Why are we doing this? We refine this today, and we get our crit over here. And all I need is this one pull. And actually, we can do it, which is pretty dope. Ooh, gonna get a new leadership crit. Let's go. That's kind of hype, chat. That's kind of hype. I don't need any of the other stuff. All right, here we go. We dig. We dig. Trajan Hera versus Trajan Mulan and Ethel. Those don't really make sense for dueling. We might try a Trajan just to, like, see. Because if it wins in a duel, it's going to be really good not in a duel. Okay, chat. Dude, let's crit this thing. That was easy. Sheesh. Let's crit this thing. For leadership, baby. Let's go, Chadsky. Good morning, man. Yeah, I have Exacxies for what I need to get this done, so... GG, let's do it. Chat says yikes. Chadsky, talk to the chat about how leadership crit gear is not a yikes. Or is it a yikes? I spent how much money for leadership gear that may not be worth down the road? It's turbo cringe. But it's also really good. Oh, chat can't hear you. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Okay, now, wait, Chadsky, talk to me.
Good morning.
There we go. Now I think Chadsky can hear you.
Good.
Why did I mute to stream? I think the last time I muted Discord to stream was when I was testing Rally and Garrison Heraclius in 2293, actually.
Yes, the SIP guys were like, yeah, let's not put our conversations on.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, that's right. They were like, don't put our conversation on. And I was like, I'm going to do it anyways. And then like 3 F-bombs later, I was like, maybe I'll just actually mute like they said I should.
I woke up in parts unknown. I'm in a random city getting ready to do an event today.
Oh, that's exciting, man.
I had time for some testing. We got to test this stuff. I feel inclined and obliged because I've held your hand a little bit down this leadership path. And
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, seduced, like coerced you, like, come on. Hey, off the bat, it's two purposes, right? You and I like Canyon. Okay, some people don't like Canyon. The people that don't like Canyon aren't any good at Canyon. That's what I'll say. And
oh, wow.
I mean, it's just,
Chadsky also woke up and chose violence. Okay.
Well, I just, people who lean towards archers or calves, they don't go in on infantry. Canyon's just an easy punching bag to say, oh, Canyon sucks, it doesn't matter, F your Canyon. And you're like, guys, like, let us have some fun with it. In off-season, there is nothing to do.
There is very little to do in the off-season.
So I have yet to, my point was, I have yet to see somebody with a really good Canyon lineup say that they hate Canyon. Like, nobody hates Canyon who's good at it. And nobody likes Canyon who's bad at it. So let's just call it what it is. And so there's my assessment on Canyon. But the leadership crit gear is great for Canyon, and it's great for city defense. Now that Heraclius has come out, you've got 3 viable options with YSS Heraclius and Theo that you could put that gear on. And I think it helps for your city defense. From there, you might need to convince me.
You heard it here first from Chadsky.
Here is what I did. I literally got to the point of, and it's just psychologically demoralizing. I know my Trajan Ethel or Trajan Mulan is helping everything else trade better. I know that. Everybody knows that. But when you see the bad report over and over and over, you're just like, it psychologically is a Navy SEALs test. You got to overcome that. And I got so fed up with it, I just put the gear on Honda. I put Harold behind him. There's some synergies there with the proc axes. And I just went, like, to hell with this. I'm just going. I'm going all DPS, 7 marches with Honda and Harold, and put the leadership gear on Honda, and it traded exceptionally well. Now, I don't think my other marches traded quite as well as they would have, but psychologically, it made me feel better.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I do Trajan Skippy. Is hey, like, I got plenty of infantry to pair with my other infantry commanders. So let's turn Trajan into a trade positive. And then it's big GGs all around.
No, you do it right. And the only thing I think that I have trouble with that on is, you keep the Leto in play. I guess you do. Do you?
No, I don't use Leo. Leo's benched,
okay,
baby.
So you go.
I like Leo, for the record, but he is a little slow. Like, he's kind of missing some march speed. You know what I mean?
So when you run the Trajan with Skippy, what do you run for infantry? Just Guan Alex, and that's it?
Trajan Skippy. I do Tariq Sargon because I want my rally to just be fully equipped and ready to go.
Yeah, easy. Yep, good call.
It annoys me, but because I'm using a build that has like no march speed, so now I've like got the Leo problem all over again. And then I probably am using Guan with Honda, or I could use Guan Alex. By the way, Alexander the Great Museum buff. How many people are hyped for Alexander the Great Museum buff? 1 in the chat if you're like, hell yeah, let's go. 2 if you're like, I don't even care anymore.
No, give it to me. Give it to me. He and Saladin both. Give it to me. Oh.
Are you still using Saladin?
No, well, on my SIP account, I run it for
yeah, there you go.
I haven't. I mean, hey, Saladin William, it's still there. And if Saladin all of a sudden gets a little bit more damage or gets something in his museum buff, then let's go.
Leo says now he's betraying Leo after all this time. Shame. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough life out there, man. It's a tough life to be a Leo lover these days. I do love Leo. That hasn't changed. I mean, it'll still trade really nicely against a Garrison if you swarm it. Let's skip this song. I've heard it already.
So here's real life application here. On my alt account, if you will, on my other big account, I'm stuck because, you know, I'm infantry, garrison, rally. I've got to really micromanage my heads into doing them right where they need to be, and I have Nevsky Joan, and I have Saladin William, and I'm like, well, it's obvious. I need to just go max XY and get XY in the mix and get Saladin out. Now I'm like, okay, well, let me wait for this buff, because how much better is XY going to be than a Saladin with another buff on top of what he's got? And
right. So, the other big reason I'd say that it makes sense to like pump the brakes on XY right now, if you can, is that when I think about who you're going to remove from your lineup if you have 2 cav marches, it's XY. He's number 4 on the list for top cavalry. So when new cavalry show up, he's the first to go. So, like, yeah, you could put sculptures into XY now, but then you're going to get rid of them at the earliest opportunity. That's the problem. So, yeah, I think sticking with Saladin is a very good plan.
And I think the Nevsky Joan rally is... I don't think it's... I mean, you're splitting hairs here. The margins are so thin. I don't think it's quite as good as the XY Nevsky, just because of the fire-off speed and critted horn on that thing. I mean, it just goes. But it's comparable. I mean, it's just as good. So all of a sudden now, XY is not... It's not paramount for players to go get him for a cav rally. You can run the cav rally with Nevsky Joan, and it's fantastic.
Thanks for the 5 gifted, Chadsky. I appreciate it. Yo, let's get some hype in the chat for Chadsky. For those that don't know, this is War Daddy Chad on voice. The sparring partner for today's testing, and also a generous and prolific member of the channel. Let's go.
Chisgule has to be nice to me. I buy his kindness.
Oh, man. Chadsky, do you have your marches ready for testing?
I do. What do you want me to... Are we jumping into this thing real quick?
In 10 minutes, we jump into this thing. So, there's a bunch of combos people want to see. On my end, chat has requested Nevsky Joan. So I'm going to run Nevsky Joan. I have no equipment. I have no armaments. I do have my formation equipped. And they want to see you running a bunch of different things. I mean, pretty much anything you've got, they want to see. Now, I don't think you should just remove all your armaments, because that's like really a pain to put them back.
I can... Yeah, I can do that.
But you should, but like store them on another commander. You know what I mean? Like I stored my armaments, for example, on Edward of Woodstock, because like he's not doing anything. So he's basically just one of those stupid mannequins that sits in the corner that you put armor on. You know what I'm talking about? In castles in days of old, it's just an armor stand. So that way you don't lose your sets of armaments. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it takes a damn long time to get your armament sets together. But hey, who's looking forward to presets for armaments? I know I am. Leo, thank you for the super. I'm doing XY Chandra Honda right now. Almost done. Last cav to be maxed, and then I can wait till the new ones arrive. Yeah. For sure. You'll be in a really good spot at that point. Hey, by the way, out of curiosity, drop a 1 in the chat if you are skipping both the ranged commanders and Heraclius. 1 in the chat if you're skipping ranged commanders and Heraclius. Skip them all from this cycle. Now, I'm pretty much out of hammers. Let's see if I can get this. It'd be pretty dope if I could. And then I'm just going to buy more hammers with gems, so it's going to be fine. Here we go. We dig. Dude, I should put a 1 in the chat. My restart account is skipping both these commanders.
It's a little hard. I think I'm gonna grab Heraclius on the SIP account, the infantry garrison account. I think it just opens up some possibilities. I think during our testing, you had a good video on that. I think yesterday or the day before. Just what we found. Xeno Heraclius, it's an upgrade, right? It's you got to get real micromanaging with those 3 troop types. Bingo. There you go. Get those gloves.
Yeah.
And
Leo says, "Oh, sorry. Go on."
No, well, I was just saying, it's for my big account. I need a garrison. I've got YSS. I grabbed Heraclius. I have the leadership gear for city defense. Now I'm going to be able to max Ziska. And by the way, my cav gear is kind of gross on that account. So it'll give me a cavalry garrison, which that will help. And as we saw, Ziska's pretty good with Heraclius.
And soon we'll see how they work in field. I did get some reports, by the way, of someone's city getting hit. And they had Hera. I think it was Hera YSS as their city defense. And it does well. I mean, the thing is, and I've said this before, that if your city gets hit and the enemy is committed, like, you're gonna burn. It's just a question of how much damage you do on your way out. So you're gonna get a lot of dead troops. It doesn't matter what commander's on your wall. If they commit, you're gonna lose the same amount of troops either way. The question is just how much damage do you do to them on the way down. Leo, thank you for the super. It's a cav-only alt account as an explanation. Dude, Chazky, your alt account's really strong.
No, the SIP account is it's pretty good. It's infantry meta.
I think if people saw it, they'd be like, "That's better than my main account." Like, it's really good. Let's craft. Million
power.
Is it? Wait. Your SIP account's 110 million power?
Yeah, I'll push it up to like 120 for KVK. Sheesh. I'll just kind of mess around there. If Mori's gonna let me random teleport and Sasuke's like, "Hey, go for it," then why not?
Yeah, baby, let's go. All right, chat, we're refining. Van Braces of the Eternal Empire. Oh, God. Do we even put on the song? I guess we should put on the song.
This is hard because, as we all know, the gloves, and if you're going to go with the Eternal boots, they're the 2 hardest things to get, right? You got to get some luck on some crafting and refining.
Otherwise, it's just going to take forever.
It's going to take a while. Now you could do the Shios route, but you're going to lose a 4-piece march speed. That sucks.
That's the thing. All right, chat, are you ready? Here we go. We turn on the music, and let's do this thing. We're refining today. Van Braces of the Eternal Empire. We're going for leadership if we can get it. Trajan is looking super tanky these days with all the crit leadership gear. Here we go, chat. Call Redline first. Maybe I should have called in Refine Line for a favor. Here we go. Come on! I mean, plus 50 was not great. I feel like a plus 75 and a plus 100 are W's, and plus 50 could have been worse, but it also definitely could have been better territory, right, chat? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna need a lot of these pattern pieces to do anything else with that. All right, is what it is. Let's get more of those pattern pieces then, I suppose. Well.
So as everybody, no matter which kingdom you're in, every 2 weeks you're going to get the Holy Knight's Treasure, the egg event, or you're going to get the dig event. you should almost always exclusively, unless you need something, use the dig event to get your gloves and boots patterns, because there's really they're hit and miss on the egg event. They only come around every so often. So any of these events where you can get gloves and boots, that's where, I mean, you just got to get them. You just got to. I've got so many freaking legendary weapon prints from the egg event. I mean, it's just that. And so,
Chadsky, just to confirm, since it's about to start, you have your equipment off.
Everything is off.
And armaments are off.
Armaments, equipment's off. Everything is hollow. And let's go.
And actually, I'm going to take off my city theme.
Okay.
My city theme's off. You should definitely take off your theme, because, I mean, you got lots of different troop types ready, right?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think, if I'm trying to keep 3 troop types.
I don't think you are for most of these. I think you go mono troop for almost all these.
No.
Like, I don't think the gain would be worth the downside of having, like, infantry in your cavalry march. It's just like, nah.
Yeah, we'll do like a Honda Heraclius or Heraclius Honda test. We'll do 3 troop types for that.
Right. Or like Trajan. I don't know, did you take your gear and armaments off Trajan?
Yep, gear and armaments are off Trajan.
Because that'd be cool. People want to see Trajan Hera, and you'd mix troop that one for sure. And like, I expected to lose, but if it's even remotely close to a positive trade, that's really good. Right? Because like, if you can get a Hera and a Trajan to trade positive, ooh, I mean, that'd be good stuff.
Well, it's going to last forever.
It's going to be a long-running test. All those shields. I mean, he makes himself take more damage, though. That'll speed it up. Dude, let's go. All right. I think it's time to enter the practice match. So, what token did you use, by the way?
I can put one on.
I have a 5% defense token running.
Okay, we'll go defense.
Chisgule, have you ever used the support set when you rally something and fight an ally with Constantine and Richard with 4 marches? You know, I don't normally find myself in a situation where the enemy will just let me free buff a rally like that.
Oh my gosh, that little tournament we did. Oh, 3 days of healing. RIP.
Oh, hey, how'd you do in the tournament?
I made it to the semis. Potato got me because he tricked me.
He tricked you?
He tricked me. Yes,
how'd he trick you?
He put his method behind his CPO, and I thought it was Alex. And here I am banging on a CPO method that's really not doing a ton to me.
No.
Meanwhile, my marches are...
That's not a good first target. I feel like...
And
what else did he have?
Well, I got his XY William off the field first, and then I was going to go hit his Guan. I was going to hit his Guan, and I'm like, oh, I got to get that Alex off the field, because I thought he had Mehmed behind Guan. I saw cannons, and it turned out it was the other way around, and it just killed me. Plus, I had Trajan. Trajan just made me so mad.
No, you don't want to use Trajan in a duel situation. Wait, was this a 5v5?
It was a 5v5, and...
Chat, for context, Kingdom 1254 had a tournament. It was a tournament where the prize is a bunch of gold. And it was a 5v5 tournament. You bring your 5 marches, they bring their 5 marches. No armor, no armaments, right?
No, you had formations, and that was it. No armor, no armaments. Out of alliance. We did 2v2 for the first couple of rounds, then a round of 3v3, then a round of 4v4, and then the semis and finals were 5v5. There was like 60 people in it. It was wild.
Yeah, I had intended to actually register, and then I forgot. That's like a whoopsie daisies. We could do that one. What I'm going to do is actually hit it with Pearlstone. I'm going to take yours first. Since I don't know if you're a titled officer. Actually, I think you were. You could have done it, actually. But whatever. I Hurlstoned. I'll be there in, like, a couple minutes. I guess I should have used hard push first. GG. The tournament was hella fun. Yeah, I wish I had participated. But Trajan is, like, really, really, really bad in that context.
Well, if you run them with Ethel primary, you kind of try to trap them, right? And some people are doing that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to tell anybody that was asking for advice, like, don't fall for the Ethel trap. Like Trajan's sitting behind her, and you're just gonna get wrecked.
The problem with Trajan is that once your other troops start dying, his value just drops off so much because he's no longer buffing 5 total things. So he's actually really bad in a 5v5. And I tested this a lot with Cortex, and he would use it as justification to say that Trajan is just generally bad, which is not true. But in a 5v5, it's actually probably the weakest contributor in your list of commanders. In a 5v5, I wish I had participated, because then I would really have, I think, been able to come up with some wicked combos.
At the end of my duel with Potato, he killed everything off but my Trajan, and he had a full health Nevsky, and that was not going to go well for me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What you really want for a 5v5 duel is a lot of instant proc damage. You have a chance with instant proc damage to just literally end the fight before it starts. It's so powerful. So that is what I would try to push in a 5v5 situation. Trajan is the opposite of value in that context, just because
it is. He is.
Yeah.
You know,
you saw it. You experienced it, right? Like, it just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Sargon's a little bit of a trap in that 5v5 context, because you go focus the Sargon, he's going to lay down odd stacks on everybody. And
yeah, no, Sargon's great for that situation. Sargon's really good in a situation where the enemy is going to just run it down, which is going to happen in a 5v5. So, I mean, Tommy is also really good, as it turns out. But if they figure out where your Tommy is, you're kind of in trouble. But this pulls back to, like, my basic theory of, like, what makes for a good murder ball, which is that you really want 5 must-answer threats. But that's even more true in a duel context, because you want, like, if you think about it, Trajan was your last march, right? So that march got to free hit the whole time. Imagine if that had been something higher DPS than a Trajan march.
Oh my god.
You can take the ob, by the way.
Well, I wanted to do this first.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, so imagine if your last surviving march had been that Trajan. Instead of that, had been, you know, like, I don't know, what had you not used, Chadsky? Who was on your bench?
I didn't use XY William.
Oh,
so, it was
yeah.
That was dumb.
I mean, can you imagine if XY William had got to free hit the whole time? The thing is that it wouldn't. Like, that's the first thing they would target, probably, but still.
Yep. My theory on that was that I had the 10% health for infantry, and so I use Goran Honda with extra troops. I use Sargon Skippy, and then I use Trajan with heavy infantry. And I'm like, okay, so 3 out of the 5 marches I have, you know, have so much health. And that was my concept. That was my thought. But honestly, I should have just gone, you know, the Cav defense skin, Nevsky Joan, XY William, and I mean, just tried to run.
XY Hera could be a thing. Did you take your gear and armaments off your XY as well?
Yeah, I got it off everything. I was thinking about XY Hera.
XY Hera, I've heard people are saying it could work. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see. Why not XY Chandra? Chandra would be good. I don't think Chadsky's got an expertise Chandra. But I think William is less good in a 5v5 than you would think. Because if you hit the AoE, you're golden. But William is very unlikely to position in a way to land his AoE in a 5v5.
What am I doing here, bud? What are we going first?
You just start bringing out combos with Hera. I mean, people want to see it all. They want to see Guan Hera, Nevsky Hera, XY Hera.
Okay.
I mean, Boudica Hera, Joan Hera. I mean, they want to see it all.
230k, let's go.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Here's a Guan Hera, full infantry.
So we would expect Nevsky Joan to win pretty much like all the time here. But I think in that regard, it's an interesting combo for me to use because if you have something that beats it, then we know that what you used was really good, if that makes sense. This is doing way better than I would have expected. Hello?
Well, if you just think about it, Hera, if you think about just damage, right? Whether you're giving it or taking it, Hera pushes that up to, what is it? 2,400? 1,200 given, 1,200 shield.
Yeah. Okay, so this is losing. The thing that works about Hera with Guan is you boost the skill damage, and Guan does a lot of skill damage. And Guan has no tankiest, and Hera has that in spades, right? So Hera's a good amplifier with Guan, but as you can see from this result, it's probably not ideal. Not going to be great. Yeah. In fairness, I also have the cavalry special unit because I'm Germany. I got a lot going for me here. I'm going to just turn off screen flicker.
Same thing, or you want me to go to Skippy?
Yeah, let's go to something new. We got a lot of stuff to try, so I think we run, unfortunately, like one of each until we see some interesting combos. You need to do a comparison of Guan Skippy. I suppose would be interesting. That's something we might come back to. For now, because Chadsky has such an amazing collection of commanders, I think we stick to trying new things until we find something that maybe works. Skippy Hera is winning, I think. Nope, just kidding. I thought it was for a second.
Look at the white numbers on CPO. See if you can see the shield pop up. And you can see it, but I think...
Yeah, no. Yeah, he had a whole turn of not taking damage. When that mighty shield goes off, it's pretty good. It took 39 damage instead of 730 damage. Yeah, we can do Joan Prime with Hera. I think that's a good combo, too. Joan Prime is a high damage dealer. And a little bit of an amplifier, but Hera's a fully an amplifying tanky commander. This is, I mean, that was decent. Skippy with anything will be decent. If we look at the report, though, 21 to 30 for that one. 19 to 34 for the previous. I mean, I feel like what we just saw there is like, big surprise. Skippy is better than Guan. What do you know? Sargon Hera? We'll definitely do Sargon Hera. We can test Nevsky Hera. We got, chat, we got 47 minutes and plenty of pairings still to go. Sargon time, baby. Let's go. Alex Hera? I don't think that's going to be a great combo. Alex doesn't have a way to generate rage. Hera doesn't have a way to generate rage. They both want a way to generate rage. Oh, this is looking pretty bad. Lampira. Thank you for the 7 months, dude. Test them all. We're going to test them all. What is truly better for open field? Guan, Skippy, or Nevsky Joan? Nevsky Joan stronger, I think. Nevsky Joan is kind of nutty. If you do want to micromanage your Guan, the good news is that you can use resource nodes really advantageously to kind of move around. Chat says need a 5v5. Yeah, but I want to understand the unit economics before we try to complicate it with a 5v5.
All right, let's move on to the cavalry.
Nevsky Joan, best open field march. I think that's probably true.
You know, it's not. This isn't super disappointing because Nevsky Joan's gonna do that to just about everybody.
Yeah, no, I mean, these are like solidly okay results for Heraclius.
I'm gonna start running some calves. See what happens.
Yeah,
I got the special unit for calves, so we'll kind of even it up a little bit.
Sounds good. Ooh.
She does not have a formation, which is fine. It's within the RNG, right? We tested that.
That's true. So Chadsky and I did some testing. I forgot we did that testing actually, but I have all that stuff documented. Chadsky and I tested, and we were trying to figure out if you could see the difference between the different types of formations if you have no armaments equipped. And the short answer is no. You actually cannot observe the effect of the formation choice from randomness. In other words, randomness accounted for more of the result than your selection of a formation.
If we had to pick one, what was it? Hollow just kind of. Basically, what happened was it was randomness with wedge and arch versus no formation. It was just randomness, and then Hollow gave us a little bit more consistency that Hollow would win. And I think, what did we say? That just 2% damage mitigation. You know, that's inherently going to work.
It's pretty good,
but nothing that we could really see.
All right, 20k to 34k on the Joan Hera. Let's bring out the Nevsky. Nevsky's pretty good. Khan with Joan is a miserably bad combo, by the way. Not only do they have no tankiness whatsoever, but also you fire off your skills so fast that you actually lose time on your active skills. You have too many active skill activations. Migbo says these are tests with no gear. Yeah, no gear and no mixed troops on the Hera side, because like you wouldn't run a Nevsky with mixed troops.
This one's pretty close. A lot closer. Are you in Germany?
Yeah, I am Germany. That's cool. Migbo is actually verified. I see now they are a Spanish-speaking YouTuber that also plays Rise of Kingdoms.
Pretty cool.
Let's go. That actually did really well.
Better, yeah.
I mean, the Joan, I think, brings more, though. And, like, I wouldn't... I mean, let's try XY. I don't think I would get rid of William to try to run this. I don't think I would try to get rid of XY to try to run Hera either. So, like, it's like an interesting thought exercise, but doesn't change the way I would play the game, even if Hera wins here. Well, let's go. Lucky Coin is not equipped. No equipment on anything. No equipment, no armaments, because we're trying lots of different combos. And at this stage of testing, I think there's far more value in seeing lots of combos than there is only testing 2 or 3 that had full gear. We didn't try Ethelhera, no.
XY is just, yeah, it's too squishy.
Melty.
I mean, it's just, rotisserie.
Melty. Yeah. I mean, we can look back on these and see which one was the best, but Nevsky Hera was probably one of the better ones. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Well, you did all the calves, I think. I guess you could bring out Saladin just for lulz if you wanted.
Okay.
But then we probably move on to archers in a minute.
Well, then he does have the wedge formation. Okay, let's go.
And then also, we still have plenty of time. These tests go so fast. We also have the leadership commanders we can try. Chat wants to see Attila? I guess we could. That doesn't make a ton of sense, though. Hey, Migbo, welcome to the Honor Guard, dude. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for Migbo. Let's go.
Think about it, Attila's gonna nerf the skill damage down. However,
yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but he doesn't do much skill damage anyways. Dude, what a weird combo. Hera boosts skill damage, Attila reduces it. Ugh. That is not synergy, let me tell you.
No, but the one thing is, I guess, Attila's not taking away from the shield. That's the one thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess there's that. But, like, we're really reaching when we try Attila with Hera here. The stretch that might work. Saladin's not doing so great.
So what do you think a Saladin buff's going to look like?
Woo! I mean, if you increase his skill damage
right?
And you increase his march speed, I think things get really interesting. I think if he moved faster, I mean, he's only got like, what, 5%? And his skill damage is a little dated. But he's plenty tanky. I suppose the other way you could do it is give him some attack. Oh, there's the Attila. Let's go. No formation on it, though?
No formation.
Okay.
Shows you how much I use this thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What would be a good buff for Alex? I said for ages that I thought it would be really small. Like 10% health and like 3% skill damage taken or damage taken, something like that. I've been saying that for a long time.
He's already still so good with his utility and his instant proc and his mark speed. He's already still good. I mean,
yeah, he's already quite good. It's going to be the same as like what they did with Esong, you know? 3% skill damage and 10% defense is good. You know, they're not going to do anything backbreaking, I think.
This one didn't work.
It did not. Archer time?
Yeah. Yep. So I got Boudica, Nebu. Osiris is not quite maxed.
I think Boudica and Nebu, both of those are going to go pretty poorly, but we run them anyways. Boudica might be okay. Rip archers. I mean, yeah, this should really shred the archers. Artemisia, Hera? Do you have Artemisia? You probably do.
I do not.
Oh. Are you working that in the daily special?
I have been doing the YSS because I didn't have a garrison.
Oh.
So I just completed,
yeah, that's fair.
I just completed the YSS, and so I don't know what should I do now.
Artemisia's pretty good. I feel like you should pick a commander that has good skills that if they became a support skill commander, you'd be like, hell yeah. So Artemisia's got, what, 40% of archer tanky stats? 20 defense, 20 health on the second skill. I mean, I think having enough sculpts on Artemisia to be able to get either the fourth skill or the second skill would be pretty good.
This is not good.
The other choice is Chandragupta, but he seems like a really bad candidate for support skills, mostly. And the reason I say that is that most of them have to do with his stacks that he provides. So they would never make it a support skill anyways.
Yeah, his support skills are all tied together, right?
Yes. So I think Chandragupta is an unlikely candidate for support skills. I do think, however, that Thutmose is a really good candidate. Let me know when you do something, by the way. I'm not looking at the screen anymore. So I'm showing Thutmose, but if you had a support skill from Thutmose, I mean, 15% attack, 10% march speed, 15% damage is really good. The other one is 10% defense and a 10% chance to inflict 15% skill damage taken. That's really good. And the last one is 10% less counterattack damage taken, and when you're attacked, 10% chance to do 700 damage factor. Like, Thutmose is another commander that's really good to have his skills if you think he might be a support commander, and I think he's a very good candidate. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1,
yep.
Let's go.
This is Nebu.
Poor Nebu. About to get those cheeks clapped. I'm already winning on normal attack damage, so you know with the skill damage it's going to be bad. How am I winning on normals against Hera? How's that a thing? Oh, I guess it's like halves on archers. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, halves on archers, and you only have 10%.
Chat's asking about Tariq ibn Ziyad with Hera. I guess that's fair. Hera Esong is probably pretty bad. I would not recommend that. Now chat sees why Nebu's like first on my chopping block here for archers.
He's getting there. He's getting old.
Yeah. Nebu and XY are in the same spot where like they're meta right now, but as soon as a new commander comes out, they will not be meta. Oh, chat wants to see Harold. That'd be interesting. Harold Hera? I don't think it's going to be great, but I don't think it's going to be miserable. It's probably going to be miserable. Harold Hera is another one of those, like, totally worthless marches. Like, it's just doing damage. It's totally commodity. Completely replaceable. But I mean, let's see it. What the heck? Why not? It's tricky because Harold is boosting his skill, I guess, damage dealt, which doesn't really benefit Hera very much. But he does have a rage engine, and Hera is fully tanky stats, which is really good for Harold, but yeah, it's not working. I like the idea of Tariq ibn Ziyad, though. You want to try that one?
Yeah, you got it, though. So, I don't have Tariq.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay. What about... Let's go Trajan, man. Let's see the Trajan. Of course, you bring it mixed for this.
How do you want me to divide this up? Because you got to try to keep the 3 troop types.
You could do like 35k of each non-main troop type. Just to simulate, similar to how you do in a real open field march, you know?
Okay. Like this.
Trajan really benefits from a healing support skill, for what it's worth. That's so good for Trajan. Bringing those mixed troops back is really good. All right, Trajan Hera. This is really interesting. I don't think this would work in Canyon, but it's like kind of a curiosity I've had. We could also try Pakal. Do you have Pakal? You must have Pakal, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could try Pakal Hera. There is good shield synergy there. This is going to be a lot of sevs for the Trajan.
I still have 3 troop types. I'm looking at it now.
It reduces your normal attack damage taken pretty dramatically that way.
Still holding strong. 3 troop types.
Yeah, I can visually see your 3 troop types, I think. Now you might only... No, you have 3.
Still in there.
Yeah.
The archers are holding strong. I think I'm going to run out of infantry here in a second.
Yeah.
Infantry is down to 3,000. So
you're about to be out of mixed troops. Yeah.
Yeah, infantry's gone. The Cavs hold pretty strong with the special troop type. This is, I mean, this gets into like super nerd out crazy when you try to figure it out. You know, keeping 3 troop types.
15k to 35k. That's almost 16k. It's not great. It did about the same as the Harold Hera. Did about the same as the Nebu Hera. Nebu Hera was slightly worse. Boudica Hera was slightly better. Attila Hera was pretty weak. Saladin Hera was pretty bad as well. You were talking about doing... I think it was Honda with Hera? All these trades are terrible. I mean, Chad, I did say that if we use the Nevsky Joan, like Nevsky Joan's going to pretty much win everything. But if Nevsky Joan loses, or it's close, then we'll get a closer look at that, because that's a really strong signal. We could do Alex Hera as well, right? I mean, chat wants to see it. Give the people what they want. Oh, this is really bad. What talents do you have on your Hera? Are they city defense?
Oh, I guess I didn't even look. Damn it.
That's okay. What talents do you have on your Honda? Do you have talents? I don't have any on mine.
Yeah, Honda should be pretty good. I'm full into the feral nature tree.
Okay. Well, yeah, switch it around and try Honda as the primary after this.
Okay.
We got plenty of time for it. Charles Martel and Hera? I mean, sure, why the hell not? I mean, that's the point of this testing, is to just try lots of different things to see what sticks. And like, yes, you're correct that shielding synergy on Hera is a thing. But let's try that the other way. Honda primary. Nightmare Kana says, when can we expect the Call of Dragons Discord group announcement? Game should release on the 28th. True, I should do that pretty soon. I'm trying to put together a video where maybe I do a video announcement, but we'll see. Keep your eye on the Discord, though. You haven't missed it yet. Did I miss Trajan Hera? You did, and it was not great. No formation.
Not on Honda.
Don't forget Richard Hera? That sounds like a hospital bill. We could do it, though. But that sure does sound like a hospital bill. Woo! We should try the Charles Hera first, though. Charles Hera is actually, like, intriguing to me.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be shields for days, bro. Shields on shields,
which is good. I mean, that's exactly what Hera wants, is shields. Dude, how many people are joining my Call of Dragons group?
Pretty good.
You're in there, Chadsky. You're gonna be playing. I gotta send you the Discord link, actually. Start a poll. Do you plan to apply to my Call of Dragons group? All right, poll's up.
I don't know if I've got any armaments on Charles. I just have the wedge, which makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, that's good. Wedge? Oh, well, whatever. Let's run it anyways. All right, let's do it. How's this looking? I think the Nevsky Joan is crushing. GG.
Wait a minute. God, mine disconnected. Hold on.
No worries.
Are you... There we go.
Don't worry, you're not missing anything.
Oh.
I mean, Chad, I said I didn't think Hera was going to be good for field. And, like, here we are. It is fairly validating. We are going to hone in on a couple combos that did the best, though, and we'll run them a couple times just to see if, in fact, there's something there. What else were we going to run? Anything else?
Alex?
Oh, that was one of the worst ones with the Martel. 13,400 to 34,000. Yeah, let's run the Alex.
Okay.
All right.
Why is Alex in triple line formation? What am I doing?
Oh, you're going somewhere fast is what you're up to. You're going somewhere fast.
Look how much attack that Alex gives. I mean, it's
Well, we got to do the Richard after this. That's a good call. That'll be a fun report.
This is surprisingly close.
This is one of the combos I thought would be bad. But it's doing better than I would have expected. I guess this Alex shield synergy is pretty nice, but I mean, this is still going to be a pretty brutal report, I think.
Yeah, I think you got some good procs at the start to kind of help, but I mean, once Nevsky and Joan get going, the rage, I mean, it's like a freight train. There's like nothing you can do.
That's the whole goal, is they go choo-choo. Chat says worse than Trajan. ZKX, good luck in your KVK. 15 to 30k. Yeah, bring out the Richard, man. Let's do that. Oh boy.
Okay. Let's say we could run Pakal. Oh gosh, this isn't going to be good.
Oh, yeah,
okay, we're going to do the Richard, but this is this Richard has special inscription, and all I didn't take it off of it.
So wait, your Richard has armaments?
Yeah.
Does he have equipment?
It's got the really good. He has no equipment.
No equipment, but he does have armaments.
Yeah, he's got the really good armament.
Okay. So if I win, anyways, that's how you know it's a pretty bad combo. Because
it's really bad.
Even with the armaments, it still loses. Would be pretty bad. You have Pakal, right? We do Pakal next.
Yeah, I think I've got armaments on Pakal. Damn it.
Yeah, it's losing.
I didn't even think about it.
GG. We'll run it anyways. If you have armaments on Pakal, we'll just run it anyways. Because
I think I've just got some backup armaments. Oh yeah, it's like 10 or 12% of stats. It's not much.
Yeah, let's just run it, see what happens. This trade is going to be very brutal. God, that's with armaments. GG.
It's with some really good armaments, too.
Dr. 10, I do see your message, but please do mind the spam. Appreciate your support. Yeah, we should be getting something for armament presets. I mean, I'll keep saying it. The developers, what they need to make is overall presets. I need an overall preset that I can do for Canyon, an overall preset I can do for KVK, an overall preset I can do for Arc. I need an overall preset for rallying. I need an overall preset for garrisoning. I mean, I could use like 10 overall presets and I would find value in literally 10. We could try Constantine, Hera. Does Constantine have any gear on?
No.
I think it's going to go really poorly, but we can try it.
I don't think Constantine has had gear on in like a year and a half.
I know some people use him as the primary in Canyon. I know you don't,
Canyon,
but like
you can do that.
They do the infantry gear, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
Hera seems to be good for Garrison only. That was my prediction. They need to make it so when I equip gear on my other commander, it doesn't destroy my other presets. Yeah, no kidding, right? They need a button for unequip all, and then you can not have one of your presets be unequipping, you know? Completely agree. But what they really need to do is not mess around with armament presets and not mess around with, you know, equipment presets. They need global presets. I'm telling you, that's what they need. Global presets would be the jam. Also, this combo did terrible, brother. Oh my god. I know there's shield synergy, but that's one of the worst reports we got all day. All right. Were there any other combos? That was a lot of the different things we tested. The best one was probably Sargon.
I'm going to say Skippy
or
and
Nevsky.
Sargon were the best. Nevsky's obviously going to be pretty good.
Bring out the Nevsky again. Let's do a couple more like that. A couple more Sargons and a couple more Nevskys just to like see. Because those are the best ones. Oh, the Constantine also, if you want to do that. That's true.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah. Just get that out. So why would this combo work? For those that don't know, Constantine reduces skill damage taken every time he gets a shield. 4th skill. And it's actually a pretty dramatic drop in skill damage taken, which is why in Canyon you're supposed to run your coin on your Constantine. Do you have Henry expertise, by the way?
I do not.
Okay, neither do I. Chow was asking for a Henry, but neither of us has it. Leo, thank you for the super. Test his Nevsky Hera against different marches. So the problem is that I have gear on my different marches and armaments. I suppose we could try to find something that I don't have equipped. That would be achievable. Birdie with Hera? I don't think you have Burt expertise, do you? Yeah.
Nah, I ain't messing with that.
Izong with Hera is going to be bad. 10 out of 10, cannot recommend. It's like the same as Mehmed. Like, neither of them has march speed, and Izong is in a dire need for march speed. Nevsky carries Hera. Yeah, Nevsky and Skippy and Sargon are all super high power level, and they kind of carry whoever they're with, but Hera, I mean, they're definitely carrying.
I don't even know what role. Like, even like with the Pakal, you can hide things behind Pakal because people aren't going to target it. So people have hidden like YSG behind them. You hide, you know, other marches behind Pakal. But with Hera, I mean, you don't want to hide that. You want to hide high damage stuff. I mean,
yeah, it is pretty tricky to hide Hera. The skill animation is kind of very visible. Like, Izong, you could miss the animation and you might not see it. It's possible, right? There's a lot going on. But like, well, look at this. You can't miss the Hera animation. Like, there's no hiding Hera exactly. They're gonna figure out where it is. When is 1254 going into KVK? Next pop. I hope we get match found on my restart in 2293, Chadsky. I think Sasuke was saying that earlier. Like, do you think we're gonna get a match in the restart? I don't know, man.
Oh, we better.
I know. We'd really better. It's going to actually be super problematic if we get match not found on the restart.
I think they took that into account. I think that they... So when you're a Nile KVK, you pick your allies, but you got to be careful because if you kind of pick the wrong allies and you try to like tilt the scales, you'll get a match not found. I mean,
yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you stack the deck in Nile KVK with your allies, you're getting match not found. That's definitely true.
Real quick, let's run Sargon Skippy and just kind of get a baseline for this.
Sure. By the way, pretty sure we have Kingsland to spectate on Monday for 1307. That'll be hype.
Oh, nice.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Someone says, hey, Redline. Did I miss a message from Red? Chat says 1440 on Monday. Yeah, I'm definitely hyped to stream that on Monday. Should be a really cool Kingsland fight to watch. I mean, 1V's in there. 1307. No, 1079 is in there. There's a bunch of big kingdoms. Redline raid. Nice. Welcome, raiders. I don't see an official message of a raid. Usually something will pop up in the chat that's like, hey, Redline's peeps are in the house. Worded exactly like that, by the way. Okay, so here you're using Sargon Skippy, just so folks don't get confused. And you're using it as a benchmark to say like, all right, well, how does it compare?
I think you're splitting hairs as far as duels go with Sargon Skippy and Nevsky Joan. You're kind of in the RNG range.
Yeah. There was a pop-up. I missed Sargon. It. Oh, my bad. Well, welcome, Raiders, by the way. For those of you just tuning in, hi, I'm Chisgule Gaming. I have over 2,000 videos dedicated to making you a better player on Rise of Kingdoms or giving you some entertainment. And today, we're testing Heraclius in the field. Chat chose the sparring partner, so chat chose the Nevsky Joan. We've got War Daddy Chad in voice. If you're new to the channel or haven't heard his voice before, Chadsky, why don't you say hi to everybody real quick?
Hello. Yeah, Red. I get a Red stream sometimes, but it's good to have Red. Send him on over. That's good, man. So you literally just went into like broadcasting mode. Hi. In case you're new to the channel.
Well, I feel like when raiders enter your stream, even though it's pretty likely that a Redline Raider is already a subscriber to my channel and vice versa,
Sure.
that like you really want to welcome people into your stream. Like, I think most people who get raided don't know how to be raided, right? And the first thing you should do when new people join your stream is like welcome them, make them feel like they're at home, and let them know who you are. Because like I raid people and they're like, who the hell are like who did you send me to? You know? And so I'll try, for example, when this stream ends, we'll probably raid somebody, and what I'll do is intro the person, and what you'll see them probably do when you get there is they'll intro themselves, and like that's how it's supposed to go. Business talk with Chisgule and Daddy.
Yeah, we all want to see the Jake the dog reaction. That's what everybody wants to see. It's the greatest 5 minutes. Oh, it's the greatest 5 minutes of YouTube you can find ever. People, Chisgule, when you send people there, people that don't know who Jake is, they're like, this is the greatest guy ever. He just gives pure entertainment because he's just he gets so excited, and he is just like,
he does get hyped. I made a short of it. He got so hyped. But you know, even Jake, when we raid him, like, should take a moment to say like, hey, welcome to the stream. For those of you new here, I'm Jake the dog, and I've been playing Rise of Kingdoms for the last X years. I have accounts in, wherever he's got accounts, like 1307 and 1254, which is the same as Chisgule's kingdom, right? Like every, I think, streamer, this is like a pet peeve of mine, I suppose, but every streamer, when they get raided, should like have an intro ready to freaking go, baby.
No, Jake goes full Kerouac, like he loses his mind for 5 straight minutes.
Lose his mind.
It is so wonderful.
It is pretty hype though. Like when you're a small streamer and you see your number of people viewing you just shoot through the roof, like
when it goes from 100 to 800, he like loses his mind. He doesn't know what to do.
It's big. It's freaking big, man.
And all people like Justin and I do is just like throw him like membership gifts, and then like he can't. It's like he can't handle it.
Yeah, he runs out of his room. Chat says. Oh my god. Oh, I see what you did there. You brought in the Skippy Alex just as a comparison.
Yeah. Give us a benchmark.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. The Nevsky Joan's going to wreck everything.
So let's draw some conclusions. We look at these. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should just smash more for the remaining 9 minutes, then we draw conclusions, right? But I think the benchmark tests are going to be really good to compare to, because I think that the Nevsky Joan is making Hera look far worse than it actually is. I think that the Hera actually could work with Sargon and with Skippy and with Nevsky. But I don't think it's as good as your other options, right? And I'll say as a reminder, we already know what the meta for Cav are. So, like, if you're not going to garrison with Hera, you really shouldn't be working on Hera.
No.
This is sort of, if you expertised Hera because you're a garrison lead, can you find a home for him? And like, you could, but I don't think it's amazing. And although the calculus would change slightly in his favor if this was a 5v5, because the AoE damage would get value, remember, we're only talking about 1,200 damage factor for his AoE, which is not a ton.
And he's not laying down debuffs in a 5v5. He's not helping the other marches, really. This is a Guan CPO as a benchmark. I think it's a lot like the Sargon CPO. It's pretty much within the RNG. It's gonna be kind of even with Nevsky Joan.
Yeah, the Guan Skippy's actually doing great. Leo says, I'm hyped about 1664 joining 1v after KVK. Yeah, I forgot. I knew I was going to forget a kingdom. But 1664 is also in that 1307 KVK. And they're joining 1v, apparently. You hear about this, Chatsky?
Joining 1v, like, allying with them? Or joining 1v, like...
Joining their kingdom. Like, migrating. Yeah.
During the KVK, right?
After KVK ends, I think they're going to migrate over.
Ah. So they're not in the power up KVK where they can
Well, the weird thing is that their kingdoms are fighting each other this KVK, so that's awkward.
That's kind of weird, but
yeah, like I don't. But I mean, you know, they got to have a balanced KVK, and then I think they're migrating over, or maybe it feels like it'd be a lot easier to migrate 1v to 1664 than the other way around. But the alliances in the 1v kingdom have all the accolades from having won Arc Leagues, so I doubt you just abandon that shell after all those Arc wins. Leo says ignored the dono because he's team 1960. I mean, I think it's no secret that a lot of players in 1254 are on team 1960. Sasuke says the home is on your city wall. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, the place for your Heraclius is on your city wall. That's right. That's his home.
Yep. So I did XY William, kind of as a comp baseline for...
Yeah, just to see. Can Hera skill with range formation? No, he's not a range commander. I think that 1412 did join 1960 already, but there's more people that are coming. I think that sounds right. Except, can 1960 actually leave Imperium? I don't think that's possible. I think they got so many chonky boys. I don't know that they can leave Imperium. Like, so many people in that, like, 150 mil power range plus.
They'd have to do some mass deleting. I mean, they would have to...
Yeah. They would have to delete to get new players, which is... Nobody wants to delete. Although someone was asking earlier, is 1254 already deleting Siege? I think the answer was yes. Like, we're already deleting. And like, we're not even deleting to get a migration. We're deleting Siege just so we get a match found. That's how dire we are to actually get into a damn KVK. So it's desperate times in 1254.
I don't know what else we want to run here.
Let's get a look at those reports. Guan Skippy was really good. Try another Guan Hera.
Okay.
And then we'll look at these reports together and draw our conclusions. I think that Hera actually could work with a couple commanders, but like there's, again, like no reason for you to be doing Hera. Like there's what I have taken from this is you really should not be working on Hera. Leo says they started to TP off territory just to get zeroed. GG. So 1960 is intentionally just going off territory and getting their city zeroed? I mean, sounds more fun than just deleting troops.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. When you're so big, it doesn't matter. You're going to get those troops. You're putting them in the Hall of Heroes.
Yeah, I know. You're getting half back.
I mean, you're for a...
I'm sure they've done their math, right? They have to have done the math to see if they could drop.
They've probably done it, but I mean, at some point, there's no easy way to do it. At some point, it's like, yeah, you just need to delete.
Yeah.
Or get back into Home Kingdom and just start shoving them in nodes and kill yourself off, and you're not getting them back.
But at some point, does a kingdom just need to accept they're too big? Like, you can't get more people. You're already too strong. I feel like this... Honestly, I feel like it is almost worth making it harder to leave Imperium so people don't even try in some cases. Like, because it's achievable, people go for it, but like, is it good? I don't know.
It can have some diminishing returns, but it's almost like you gotta kind of accept your fate. And to give everybody context, the reason why Imperiums like want to drop Imperium is because no matter how big you are, just natural attrition with the game, your kingdom you don't want to be stuck in a situation to where you haven't dropped Imperium and you have good players that carry power. They're either going to migrate out, which is fine, that helps your power, or they're going to quit the game, or they're going to maybe try to offload their account, or you just the idea for Imperium to drop Imperium and bring in new players is to keep the bloodline going, because new players that come in are going to be active. They're going to be active and fired up and ready to play. And so, especially with older kingdoms and players that have been playing for 3+ years, at some point you're like, I'm gonna play a little more casual, I'm just gonna quit. And then they accidentally log on after 30 days, and boom, they put another 120 million power back to your Imperium burden. So I mean, yeah, you just gotta. I mean, it sucks because you gotta figure this out one way or another. But you will. People that don't understand that, they're just like, well, if you're so big, you don't need to drop Imperium because you already have so many players. And yeah, that's true. But at some point, if you don't drop Imperium after a couple of KVKs, you're going to be overweight and you're not going to have enough active players. And so I guess the best way to say that is you're going to be overweight and not have enough active players to compete at the highest level you've been used to competing at.
Right.
I mean, you got people that do crazy data on this stuff, and it's like
what Leo is saying is that they have a bunch of players that are not Imperium burden in that 53 to 72 million power range that plan to migrate, and like that's what you want. Great. It's like a bunch of people that aren't Imperium burden to migrate in and boost your kingdom's activity. Like there it is. So they got to have a plan, he says, if not deleting troops. Yeah, I'm sure they've got a plan. And I mean, like 1960 is the kind of kingdom that goes with a plan, right? They're not just winging it.
Yes, definitely. They don't just have some dude saying, I got an idea.
Yeah, that is like the last kingdom I would expect to just wing it.
But I think overall, touching on the game overall, Chisgule, it's with the autarch system and only so many of those special inscription type deals that you get on rewards for KVK. The game is putting in mechanisms where they're trying to kill off the super Imperiums. And
it does seem that way. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it's just not ideal to, try to have, plus, you know how it is. We were in the meta of super Imperiums like last year, and what we saw was 846, 556, 412. We saw these massive mega Imperiums just kind of fall by the wayside and get smaller. Well, what that does is that the ones who are still massive, like 365 and 254,
they get really screwed.
Get screwed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just like 254, we get into a KVK and we could take on a 1v3, but now all of a sudden other kingdoms say, yeah, no, we're not going to fight.
The fewer big kingdoms there are, the harder it is to be a big kingdom. Not only can you not get fights, but also it's very hard to drop Imperium. HMB Boats, thank you for the super. Charlemagne Hera, meta for the win. So, for those wondering, what works with Hera? I don't think it's so dire that I'd say, like, you could never use Hera. I think Sargon Hera, Skippy Hera, and Nevsky Hera all work. The downside is that those will make any commander work. And Hera's not actually bringing anything where you're like, wow, it's so amazing to have them in the lineup. Like, no, Hera does literally nothing. It does do AoE damage, and damage is nice. But remember, it's less AoE damage factor than an Esong, because it's also got shielding. And, like, that's fine. That is valuable, but, Esong does 1700 damage factor. And Hera does 1200. Like, it's just not the same.
Buddy, I gotta go to this event. I appreciate you.
Cheers, man. Thanks for taking the time to test today. I think this was still really interesting. I wasn't sure if we were going to get a different result, but this is sort of the result I expected. And it is kind of nice when like reality matches what you expect of things, you know? So thanks again for taking the time, and good luck at your event. Have fun, man.
Thanks. I will. Everybody throw a like on the chat, on the stream, and let's keep it going. Appreciate it, buddy. Have a good day.
Hey, cheers. Take care, man. That was Chadsky, everybody. Let's freaking go. Chat, should I make like a summary video of these test results? I feel like I should. Also, God, my cavalry armaments compared to my other ones are so disappointing. What happened? I didn't realize they were like so far behind my other ones, but apparently they are. Alex Museum buff? Yeah, should be good. By the way, if you're enjoying the live stream, do me a favor, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing to the channel. Now we got our Nevsky suited up again, so he's looking good. My Boudica armaments are probably my better armaments for a combat march. In terms of total stats gained, it's got to be a pretty big number here. That's 16.8, 17.2, 23.2. Okay, plus 2% all damage when I'm above 50%. I mean, I have almost 30% of stats and 1.5% all damage and another 2% all damage. Like, that's my best. Basically, he's not worth investing for open field. I think as a garrison, Hera is a good invest. But for field, it's what I said it would be. Like, it's not a good invest. And even if Hera... Here's the real problem, chat. You ready for this? For those of you that stuck around, here's the real insight. The real insight is that when you think about commander investments, you need to think about what rank they are in the pairings for the troop type. So he would be your worst addition to an infantry set of marches. He'd be your worst addition to an archer set of marches. He'd be your worst addition to a cavalry set of marches, which means Hera will be the first one to get removed, which is bad. You do not want to invest in commanders that will be very quickly removed from your lineup. That's like the big takeaway. And Hera is not good enough that they would stick around in the lineup for a long time. The kind of commander you want to be investing in Rise of Kingdoms is the one that is now one of the best, hardest hitting in the game. So that when you make the investment, it lasts you 2 years, 3 years. That's a good sculpture investment. Does that make sense? Should I 5551 Boudica and keep Sargon 5550, or just max Sargon? I'm an infantry main. I honestly think you should expertise Boudica. Boudica really jumps up in power level when expertised. You could instead do the Sargon because you're an inf main. What I'll say is, honestly, there's like no bad choice for you there. Can you make a gatherers tier list for low / new players? So the key to gatherers at the start is getting them leveled to 37. That's like the key. And you should use all your blue universal sculptures on Constance, as well as get her sculptures from the one event. Ricardo, thank you for the super. Does Sargon Harold have potential? No. Harold brings no team value. So I would run Skippy, or rather Sargon Alex, in a heartbeat. You have Guan, Skippy, Alex, and Sargon. Yeah, Harold has no role. Harold has no role in a 2-inf lineup. Especially now that Alex is getting a buff. I would say Harold has absolutely no role. in a 2-march-inf setup. Did I miss it? You just got here? Reed? Yes, you did miss it. By the way, chat, I don't know where to spend the gems on my restart. I keep waiting for there to be a way to gem armaments. I'm literally waiting for it for like a month now. So I decided to spend some of my gems on VIP. I spent 50k gems on VIP during More Than Gems. I'm getting close-ish. Emphasis on the ish. To 17 here. And VIP 17 gives me 5% all damage and some training speed. I'm very interested in the all damage, though. Exodiax, thank you for the $2 super. Is all damage or raw stats better? All damage is better. I would say all damage is like twice as good as raw stats. Thank you for the super chat. And also, thank you, Ricardo, for the super chat. Hopefully my answer there... I know you probably were hoping to maybe go and invest in a Herald, but I think you can be happy knowing you've got better places for your sculptures than to backtrack to Herald. Do you think 2293 will match 1875? Chat, how funny would it be? Okay, let's ask. Do you think my restart kingdom will fight 1875, and I think Shinchi's kingdom is allied. Do you think my restart kingdom will fight 1875 and Shinchi's kingdom? Do you think we're going to get matched? I think the chances are pretty low we get matched, but it's possible. So our team is 2172, the Merciless Spartans, 2507, the Pleasure Zone, and 2554, Burn of the Phoenix. So I think we chose not particularly high-powered allies. And I don't mean that as a criticism. I mean, the high-powered allies in this KVK would be 2244. That's like a really high-powered ally. 1875 is one of the higher-powered kingdoms. I think probably 2244 and 1875 are going to get matched up. So I don't know who that means we fight. We'll see. Fleisch is in 2363. Wait, really? I don't think he's in here. Doesn't sound like he queued for it. Scarface, welcome to the Epic Guard. Yo, let's get those hype emojis for Scarface, new member of the channel. Sasuke says means we get no match found. No, I think we'll get a match. I think we get a match. $1337, that's kind of an old school kingdom, if I remember correctly. I don't think there's a ton of big kingdoms for us to match against, though. As we look at this list, I'm like, you know, I think we found the big ones. 2244 and 1875 are like the biggies. And I think they're going to get each other matched. But I think it'd be a huge win if we end up matching against either of those kingdoms. That'd be a huge W. I say that it'd be a W, not because I think we'd win necessarily, but because it'd be really nice to actually have like a nice Imperium to fight, you know? Is Alex viable? Yeah, Alex is viable. Not only is Alex viable, but he's getting a buff soon. Now, you shouldn't go put sculptures into Alex now. Alex is a commander I hope you already have. Does that make sense? No news on the city skin yet. My guess was that it would be siege stats. And I sort of hope that it is siege stats. It'd be kind of funny if we got a siege stat city theme for ranged commanders. I mean, why the heck not? We probably will. But chat, if you have enjoyed the live stream, do me a favor, throw a like on here, consider subscribing to the channel. I will be live streaming probably... Yeah, the closest live stream is on Monday. That's the 1307 KVK. That should be a lot of fun to watch, all right? We can peek into this. Why not do the egg? Because I don't actually want weapon patterns. I think it's like weapons and accessories. Blah. I don't think I need either of those. Egg could interest me when it's gloves and boots. Then I'm like, all right, you have my attention. But this KVK, this 1307 KVK, 1664, 1034, 1079. Also, oh yeah, I forgot about 1647. Duh, they're a really big kingdom that's in here. How can I forget them? My apologies. This Kingsland is going to be freaking lit. So that's the next stream, all right? If you enjoyed the video, throw a like on here, consider subscribing. We're going to go raid somebody. Who are we raiding? Let's find out. Who is streaming? Looks like we're raiding Mobile Gamer. I've mentioned this before, but Mobile Gamer is the reason I discovered Rise of Kingdoms. He used to play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and had a channel where his videos were about that game. I played it. And he had a sponsored video for Rise of Kingdoms, and that's how I discovered Rise of Kingdoms. So we're going to go raid Mobile Gamer. He now plays Marvel Snap and Marvel Strike Force. So all things Marvel, all right? So when we get into his stream, let's make a bunch of noise. And if he isn't responding right away, sometimes he records his videos while streaming. So that might be what's going on, all right? So let's go raid him, make a bunch of noise. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, you have fun. Smashing the kingdom. I'll see y'all real soon. Take care, everybody.